Good evening, everyone. Give me one sec here. Hello, Krista. Let me just unmute you, Krista. You should be able to unmute yourself, Krista, yeah? Yeah, I made you code. Oh, there's Paul.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. Yourself?
I'm all good. Your internet guy must have got there, did he?
No, but I can still just jump on data. He had a warped dish. Oh. The dish had a bubble in it or something, so he has to go get another one and come back in the morning. No big deal.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Nothing like getting a warped dish, man.
No, I don't want a warped dish.
Exactly. So, anyways, welcome everybody to our Monday night call, March 30th already. Can you believe that? Wow.
Time flies.
Well, I think it used to fly, but I think in this latest couple of weeks, it's been kind of dragging on. But I really hope everybody's doing okay. I hope everybody is at home safe, and I hope your family members are safe. And I hope you're all practicing what the government is having us practice. And I'm really excited for this call tonight because we are certainly in a time of transition. Wouldn't you agree, Paul and Krista? I mean, we've never seen something like this. And I mean, I've talked to even a lot of older people, and I mean older people in their 80s that have never seen anything the likes of this whatsoever. So I just hope and pray that everybody continues to be safe, and that this pandemic is a serious thing. And I was recently talking with a couple of people this week that actually knew people that had it. They've recovered, thank goodness. But their explanation, in fact, my doctor who lives in my neighborhood stopped over, and I told him to stay 2 chevrons back, to stay six feet back. But he said that it's such a heavy pneumonia that it feels like a truck is parked on your chest. That's what it feels like. And he said that the problem with it is it creates such a mucus that hardens so quickly that it's really hard to stay on top of it for how fast the mucus. So I don't think it's anything that anybody wants to get. So I encourage everybody to stay compliant and be at home and be safe. And this too shall pass. And during this time, we've had to learn and to be creative and to kind of search out new ways as a team to get better at things that maybe we weren't so good at, to offer maybe some other solutions to people, to leverage the internet and leverage social media in a way that maybe we never thought we would have to do. And not only for our business, but also for maybe communicating with family members, for saying hello to relatives and family that, that are maybe somewhere where haven't been able to get out and go and visit them, and you maybe have to go. And so we're no different as a company. We're no different. We've had to learn to do things a little differently. And so I'm excited about this call because Krista and Paul are amazing people. For those of you that haven't met them, I'm sure you all know both of them. They did our Wednesday night call called the Campfire Call with Paul and Krista. And the unfortunate thing is that, and we sort of come to the consensus that we had a lot of calls going on. We had a Monday night call, we had a Wednesday night call, we had a corporate call, and a lot of times people just couldn't find the time, and so they had to pick. And that's not really fair to do to people. So what we've really tried to do between Krista and Paul and myself is sort of decide what could we do with the platform that they built in the Campfire Call, and maybe use it to leverage the stories and the testimonials and things we have, and give an opportunity to the associates to leverage the call to help build their business. So we've had some discussions. I'm going to introduce Krista and Paul and let them talk, and I'll shut up, and they can tell you what we kind of came up with and what we have decided to do to try and not only help the field, but help ourselves, and to give a forum while we're in this situation to continue to build. And so my great friends, my great teammates, Krista Taylor, and Paul Austin. So welcome, guys. Glad to have you on the call tonight.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Good to be here. Yeah. I just want to start by saying, in light of everything that's going on in the world, I recognize that it's not easy for everybody. Some people are having a really hard time with being isolated and the social distancing. So I just hang in there. We're all here. I love that this platform is available for us to connect, but I know it's not quite the same as in person. So when you're missing your family and friends, know that all of us are thinking about you and we're here for you. So I just wanted to say that because I know that a lot of people are struggling. It's hard. It's hard what's going on in the world right now. And it's okay for it to be, do what you can. I was saying the other day, do your best and just keep letting your best get better every day. Okay. But interestingly, before this happened, Paul and I wanted to change gears. The Wednesday night calls, we love them. We love connecting with you guys. Obviously, we loved that environment. And we talked during those calls a lot about building your campfires, right? Building your campfires with your networks. And we hope that you're doing that. But this idea, I think, goes back to us helping you to do that, really. And as Terry said, we talked a lot about how we can get it all happening on one night so that people are not torn. And same with us. I mean, Paul and I both have schedules like Terry does too. So we wanted to try to make it most efficient for everybody and be able to make sure that there's value for you. So I think the way we want to start it off, and we'll let it be fluid and we'll make it better and better as we go. But the way we want to start it off is with testimonials, because everything is about a story, right? That's what our campfire was about. So we're thinking we'll draw in probably 2 testimonials a week. And Terry and I were talking today that we'll probably start with those. And we want you to invite your prospects, invite your friends, invite your customers, invite people to come and hang out with us at this campfire. And at this campfire, we're going to have 2 impactful testimonials, either about a result with the tech or could be a result with the business opportunity. Certainly those are going to be welcome as well. And then we're going to, after we hear those testimonials, when people's interest is tweaked and they want to know how is that? How does it work? How did that help you with that? Then we're going to take the opportunity to give a short description of how HBT and CBT work to help our customers. And we just want to create this environment where you can still be working during this difficult time and beyond. Right? We want you to be able to invite your cousin from LA and your cousin from New York and your sister from Thunder Bay and, you know, your neighbor all to the same space.
Yeah, I think just to back up a little bit here, Krista, and as Paul and Krista and I got the opinions of some other leaders in the company, I think we wanted to try and create a bit of a forum for associates to be able to invite guests to just be touched a little bit about what this is. We don't want it to be long. We don't want to be dragged out. We want this call to be a call that you as an associate can invite guests to hear some incredible, inspiring stories about what our tech is doing. Once you hear the story, or once your guest hears the story, then we want to go in and tell you a little bit about what the technology does. And the people that are doing the testimonials, we're going to try and get it in a little bit of an interview format so that we can ask that person that are giving your testimonials, you know, what were you feeling before this? You know, what were you struggling with, or what did you find that improved, and how do you feel about our culture? You know, certain questions that talk about our culture, and has it been important to you to make a few extra dollars? So we're trying to encourage people without giving this formal presentation with a slideshow and you know, the rah-rahs, this boom bah. We know at events, and those of you that have done events and hosted events before, Diane Dinkmeyer on the call here knows what I'm talking about, that those stories at events stop people dead in their tracks. And so we could give people, you know, all the slides in the world, but we have to remember that the purpose of this call is people that are coming on this call don't buy what we do, they buy why we do it. Mm-hmm. And so we want to express that as best we can. And what this also accomplishes, Krista and Paul, as you will agree, and we talked about, is there's nothing more powerful than third-party validation. What you may have been saying to a prospect or to a guest, when they hear it from somebody else, or they hear a live testimonial where somebody may get emotional. We watching get emotional. Those are powerful, powerful things. And I don't care, you can show 50 slides of the business op or whatever, and they may not twig on them. They see one testimonial that resonates with either themselves or somebody they know that may be suffering the same thing or dealing with something similar, and they're going to be open to trying the product. I totally believe that. And so I think that it's a great format. So I just want to make sure that people were aware, and this is going to happen every other Monday. Let me just see here. Krista, can you mute Sue Hansen? I think her microphone's off. We're getting some background noise from her.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, there we go.
Great. And so this is a call. So Krista and Paul, let's talk a little bit about sort of the format that we've talked about of the call.
Yeah, so what'll happen, guys, is first of all, just keep your head up, guys. This is just, it's temporary. It's no one's ever seen this before happening, and we just have to pivot. And I'm just excited about it because, I always said, I got to do an online Sock and Soul or a live, blah, 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 and then never did it. So now that's all we have. And I think that this is a great opportunity for us to just shift and start utilizing it, and always utilize it, even when we can start being, touchy-feely and hugs and kisses and all that stuff, right? So this is a time where now we can get really good at this. So this is just going to be a 15-minute call. Whoever's doing their testimonial, make sure it's 3 minutes or less. We don't need so many details. We need just the most important information and what it's done for you, and whether it's put more groceries in the fridge, or helped you make a car payment or pay your rent or whatever that is. Those are the stories we want to share, and we want it to be 15 minutes. Invite anybody, open to everyone. It's every second Monday it'll be. So I don't know if we're going to start this next week or the week after. Terry can, mention that after.
Yeah,
but
I think we're going to start it next week, Paul.
Next week. Okay. So now every second Monday. So we're always doing something on Monday instead of Monday and Wednesday and Thursday. And, it can get very overwhelming. So it's just a to the point. We'll bring on somebody. We actually want somebody to either, let's call it co-hosting or special guest, and you come on and you either tell your story, or you're bringing on teammates that you shared with and they're telling their story and you're going to narrate it. Whatever that is, it's just a way of having you guys get out of your comfort zone and doing these types of things. Because think about it, this is now where you got to be. So you got to express yourself and tell people what's going on through social media right now. And this could last for 6 months. So anyone who has issues with it, or technical, or worried about it, don't worry. We're going to set up the links. We're going to send them out ahead of time. I believe, Friday or Saturday, to give us a couple days to pump it to people for the Monday night. You don't want to do it any sooner than that, because people will forget about it. And let's just make it simple, to the point, and it's just going to be very powerful, and more people will jump on, because it's not a big, long, too much information type of thing. It's going to be very, very brief, very powerful, real people, real results. What a fantastic way to spread the good news. So,
yeah, so we're going to title this call Wearable Neurotech, Real People Sharing Real Results. And so if you want a heading that you can send to prospects, and what we want to be able to do is, sometimes you can tell, anybody that's had kids, you can tell your kid to do something 10 times and they don't do it, but somebody else tells them and they do it right away. So what happens sometimes with prospects is they may hear it from you 10 times, and then they hear it from somebody on this call, and then they're ready to go. So we want it to be a tool for everybody to use on here. And what I'm really excited about, and what I wanted to congratulate everybody on this call for, is first of all, for showing up tonight and any other night that you've been on these calls. We really appreciate it. But I'm seeing a lot of things where other team leaders are doing their own little Zoom calls. and doing their own little team meetings and doing their own little huddle meetings and so on. And I'm just so excited and so grateful that those of you that are stepping up to do that and learning how to use the Zoom platform and learning how to inspire and keep your people tuned in. I just kudos to you guys. And a shout out to Angela Corns. If you go into the announcement tab on the Team Vaccination page, she has done a great video tutorial on, if you haven't got a Zoom account, you can get a Zoom account and they're free. Up to 40 minutes of airtime you get for free, and up to 100 people on a call. So she's done a great tutorial, a great video on how to get your own account on Zoom. Because even if you aren't using it necessarily for your team now, you may want to utilize it to reach out to a friend to talk about our technology so you can see each other's face. You may want to use the Zoom platform to be able to do a demo online. So if you click on the announcements, there's at the top of the page, on the team page, you will see that it's also, I believe, in recordings as well in the units tab. So it's a great tool, and I can guarantee you that the shares in the Zoom platform have gone up immensely since this pandemic. So whoever owns the Zoom platform, I'm sure is benefiting for sure. But it's a great platform where we can get together, and I encourage you all to get together with your teams, have a chat, talk about ways that you're doing things. And again, the idea of our every other Monday night call is Krista and Paul are going to be reaching out and looking for somebody to co-host. They're going to be looking for somebody to co-host the call so that you can interview the 2 people or 3 people, whatever it happens to be, to tell their testimonials. And it's kind of a Larry King live call that we're going to do. And everybody's going to have a chance to be sort of that interviewer, that Larry King interviewer type person. But again, it's so that you can bring your guests on, you can invite them, you can share the Zoom link with them, and then you can follow up with them after the call and follow up with any video stuff that may have tweaked their interest to engage a little bit more. So anybody have any questions? Let me see if I got any questions here.
Just to reiterate the point about how these testimonials are going to be done. So first, we need people that are ready and confident, and other people will build you up as we go, for sure. Like, you can watch and start to learn that way. But we want them to be rehearsed in the sense that you come on ready. So whoever is going to interview you, if it's one of us or if it's one of your teammates is going to interview you, it does need to be ready to go in under 3 minutes, right? We need it to be tight and concise, so that when we're inviting guests in, we're listening to long stories or that kind of thing. So we do need some rehearsal and investment on your part into this call.
Yeah, and so it's the host of the call, Krista and Paul will be policing. If you're coming on as a co-host of their call, or our call, all of our calls, I guess, but they're going to be sort of running the show. We really want to teach people how to do a 2 to 3 minute, no more than 4 minute testimonial. So it's sort of, before I knew anything about this wearable Neurotech, I was struggling with XYZ. A friend introduced me to the product, showed me how to wear it compliantly, did the demo, and I wore it and didn't feel anything for the first couple of weeks, but I trusted and I continued to wear it. And oh my God, week 3 was a mind blow, whatever that is. And so now my life is so much better because of this, thus, and so. We need to teach people. We don't need to hear that, your front lawn got crabgrass and your transmission went in your car and the eaves troughs are leaking. You got a hangnail that has been driving you crazy. We need to hear what you were dealing with. And us as, hosts, leaders, you're going to have time to reach out to the couple people that you may be interviewing on this call to make sure that we keep it concise and we keep it down. And, I think that it's all going to teach us a couple of things. how to host a call, how to keep it on track, how to use Zoom platform, and how to get out of a comfort zone. What more could you want?
Exactly.
Right.
I was going to say too, there was some questions about if a script could be given. Yeah, we'll set up a script for you guys to just kind of follow, kind of the questionnaire kind of thing, and that'll just make it easier for everybody, so we can get that figured out.
Definitely. And I would say take this time, like a lot of people are right at home right now. Take the time to learn. Use this time. You know, people always say, I don't have enough time to follow up. I don't have enough time to learn. I don't have enough time to listen to all the recorded calls. I think a lot of people have a lot more time than they're used to having right now. So this is a really good time. If it's Zoom you want to learn, just Google, I want to learn about Zoom, and see everything that comes up. There's so many tutorials on how to use Zoom and every other platform out there. So really take advantage of that, because the more comfortable you are, use it to talk to your friends, use it to talk to your kids, use it to talk to anybody. Get used to talking on it, and you will realize very quickly that it's not daunting at all. You can totally manage it, and it's not tricky to operate. You just need some practice at it.
Yes, and so somebody asked, what's the call going to be called? So if you got pens you want to write down, it's going to be called Wearable Neurotech. Real people sharing real results. Okay? So that's what the call will be called. So, and there will be a Zoom link just like this call. You can take it and you can copy and paste the Zoom link. You can send it to people. You can send it in Messenger. You can reach out to people and say, hey, just jump on. There's a couple, and you're going to know prior to, in the post for the Zoom call, the testimonials. So-and-so is going to share their relief from plantar fasciitis. So-and-so is going to share their relief from sciatica. Somebody's going to share their success with, whatever it happens to be. We're going to have that in the call, so you may know the proper people to reach out to, or somebody that may be dealing with that as well. So it's basically, we want to use it as a tool. We want to use every second Monday to be our training call, our team training call. And if you guys have any ideas to improve the calls, we're all ears. Please, if you feel there's some in a constructive way, we're happy to hear, and because we're here for you. We want everybody to learn, and this is certainly, as Paul and Krista have said, a great time to redeem the time to get better at things. I see there's a couple things. I see Bonnie, I think it was Bonnie, said that she did her first Zoom call, her first live video on her Facebook page today. So good for you, Bonnie. That's awesome. Congratulations. And every time you do these things, they get easier. And I tell people that sometimes we get nervous, and that's okay. Just change your thought process, that you're not nervous to share this, or you're not nervous to talk. You're excited to talk, because it's a stimulus. So it's just a thought process. Be excited for your call, not nervous. This isn't about anybody critiquing you or anything. This is about you using this time to grow and learn and share, because there are definitely people out there that need what we have, and more so now than ever. Think about the people that are stressing right now that don't know about our technology, either CBT or HBT, or having it work together. And our job is simply to share it. We're just the messengers. We are to fall in love with the process, not the outcome. And so that's what we're here to help you with.
And I just wanted to mention, guys, super, super powerful if you go live. I'm going to start doing it myself more. I'm guilty of not doing it. I just had a teammate reach out, Zia, amazing lady, amazing result. And she actually went live. She just decided, I'm going to do it. And she had a friend reach out to her that kind of thought, is this really true, or whatever the case may be. Phenomenal. Now she's setting her up with the tech. She's done another live. She's just really proud of herself for doing it. And so am I, because that's the way you do it. And now she knows how to do it, and she'll just do it like tying your shoes or riding a bike.
And she's been doing them night after night.
Yes.
So good.
Right.
Yeah.
consistent, and she's more comfortable. And,
Yes.
you know, it's just, that's where it's at. And guys, the audience right now, people want to go out and shovel poo because there's nothing to do. All right. So they're there. The eyes are there. We have a huge audience. Let's take advantage of that. And this every second week will be a great way to do that. Again, somebody asked when that link will be posted either Friday night or Saturday morning, so that we can now promote that call for that Monday night. So Friday or Saturday.
Yeah, and the key thing is we don't want to put the post up too early, guys, because people will forget about it. People are prioritizing things right now, especially in this pandemic. We're worried about, you know, feeding our families. You know, the world's worried about toilet paper. I saw a funny post somebody put, we now have a use for all our old socks that aren't box socks now. So I saw that in the team page. But I know that people are growing, and those that are stepping out of their comfort zone and stepping up their game. I know for a fact that my dear friend Carla Archer, who's a great leader in this company, a great trainer, has really upped her game, and she's pumped about it. She's pumped that, you know, not pumped about the fact that this lockdown and that this tragedy is happening over the world. We're not pumped about that. There are some very grievous stories, and people have lost loved ones. And even in this feed I see tonight, that people have lost dear friends and so on. So this is nothing to sneeze about, but we have to be smart about it, and we have to find other ways. And aren't we all blessed that we do have the internet, and we do have ways that we can do things to keep our business going, to learn, to invest in ourselves, and to share encouragement with teammates. And I encourage you to do that with your team. Get on a Zoom call. I don't care whether you just call it the huddle call, or get on and do a dance party. Put on, you know, do a pajama party and just dance and talk to each other. Whatever it happens to be, just stay connected, and we will get through this together. And I think this call, Paul and Krista are great hosts and hostess. Their call was a great call, and we want everybody to have an opportunity to bring people, either share your own personal testimonial, bring guests on the call, bring teammates on the call that want to share their testimonial, and then invite friends that aren't familiar with our technology, just so that they can hear. Kevin Duguay's referred to these as the Kleenex moments. And they're the ones where people tell the stories. And we've seen so many events where people get out the Kleenex because somebody's had you know, a profound experience. And we're not just looking for testimonials that are profound. We're looking for testimonials that where people can just say, my life is better, I wanted to share it, and I'm making some money. And that's cool. And it may not be great gobs of money. It may be just a couple $100 or $300. But in times like this, sometimes that's all you need just to sustain. And people are open for that right now. And we have a product that truly, truly every person on this planet can use. Everybody on this planet can feel the benefits of. So I hope this call is, I hope you guys will enjoy this call. And I'm sure Paul and Krista and myself are open for constructive criticism for, you know, we don't ever want to hear this sucks. What we want to hear is, hey, we got an idea that might really help this call. That's what we'd like to hear, but we're open to constructive criticism, and let's do it in a positive vein. And I think we will all persevere, and hopefully we will, you know, all come out of this with nobody contracting the virus and doing our best to stay home. And for those that are on this call that have members of family or friends or whatever, we keep you in our thoughts and prayers for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And Terry, can I just switch gears just quickly?
Sure.
Guys, I just want to touch base on what's going to happen with this giant live Sock and Soul party. So what's going to happen is probably a public event page will be made. Then what will happen is I will go live in that event page. And kudos to my wife, because she is not the type to do anything like this, and she's doing this for me. She's going to be there beside me and do this infomercial style type call or live Sock and Soul party, you know, wearable neurotech, whatever we want to call it. That's up in the air. But what the purpose of this is to do a kind of like, hey guys, here we are. We have an amazing tech. It's in a sock. It's in a patch. It's blah, blah, blah. and, you know, and I'm going to show you how it works. We have the science, you know, we can send that to you, but I'm going to do a demo on my wife. And obviously, guys, my wife could make this up, but in these times, I can't have anybody else here. So my wife is going to be there helping me out. So I just think it's going to be a different way of just utilizing, doing like a shopping channel QVC of our own, and utilizing the power of the internet. So then the live could be shared after it's in the group. I'm sure that it can be cross-shared to your timelines. You could go in there and tag people in it as the live is going. You're going to invite people to the event. There is a way to invite people. They will also get a notice that it's about to happen in 15 minutes and that sort of thing. So let's try this. Let's see what's going to happen. And I really think that it's going to be powerful, because it will also be live through Zoom, but broadcasting onto Facebook. And I just think it's you know, something that we're missing, something that we should be doing all the time. Like I say, regardless if things come back. I'm going to do the first one. If someone else wants to do the next one, bottom line is, the more we get comfortable doing this, the better off it is for everybody, because we don't always want to see the same person. We want to, you know, I'm going to tell my quick little what it did for me type of thing, and everybody can have the chance to do that if they want to do that. So more details coming. I want to do this proper. This is not something that should be rushed into, and you will have we'll do another call on it before we launch it or something. So thank you, and you know, thanks to everybody for sticking in there.
Yeah, we don't have a date yet, folks, but it's not way out. Let's put it that way. But we want to make sure we want to do some testing and see if we can go live within the event page itself. We want to make sure that we can share it as soon as it goes live. So you know how, you know, you get a message in your feed and says so-and-so's live and you click on it. We want to be able to do a few tests before we actually do it. The other thing that we're working on as well is we're working on an actual online PowerPoint, just a very quick PowerPoint with some script that we'll make available to everybody on the field here, that you can use as a template if you just want to do your own little sock and soul party on Zoom. It's available that you can do it yourself. So I'm hoping to have that done by the end of this week, and I will post it in the team page or whatever, so that will be available to use as well. And you can edit it. It'll just the script itself will be in a Word document, and the PowerPoint will be in PowerPoint. And then if you have a Zoom account, you can create your own Facebook as a public event and post the Zoom link right within the event, and do your own online sock and soul party or information night, or how to build immunity, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be there. And, you know, if we all have lots of people doing these online parties, these online events, super events like Paul is building, then we have places to take people to. We have places to take prospects to online. We don't have to worry about, you know, I have nowhere to go. I can't do events. I can't have people over to my house. This could actually, if we do it right and we all engage and we all support, this could be a real blessing in disguise for all of us. That's what we're hoping and praying for anyway. So anyways, that's all. Krista, you got anything else to add? I want to make sure there's no more questions.
I just saw Zia was saying is what Paul's talking about the same. So the Monday night piece is going to be every other Monday. It's going to be 2 testimonials and a little bit of description, but it's going to be a short, tight 15-minute maximum call that you can invite prospects to. What Paul is talking about is, in addition to that, we're going to have this massive online sock and soul party. That's going to be a different day, not a Monday. And it's going to be like, invite everybody, but Paul's going to host it from his space, kind of like an infomercial. So that is separate from this every other Monday thing that we're talking about. 2 different.
And it'll be like on a Tuesday, Wednesday-ish, no doubt. Those are probably the only open nights. I don't know that we want to do it the same night as Monday night and all that jazz. So we'll give you all the details on it, whatever makes the most sense for everybody. So Tuesday night probably looks great. That was really open for a lot of people. So plan on it being on a Tuesday night, and hopefully by next week.
And just remember, guys, we're just we're just trying things. Like we're just talking and trying to get some, you know, some positive things for our teammates to do. If you guys have any ideas, you want to do an online event right away as of tomorrow night or whatever, want to post it and do your own little online Zoom account.
Invite us.
Thing, let us know. We'll support you tomorrow night if that's what it is. I'd love to have a choice of where I can invite guests to say, hey, you got to listen to my, you know, my amazing friend Diane in Colorado Springs that is just rocking this. And are you in Colorado Springs, Diane? No, Colorado. So I forget, there's a big difference between Colorado and Colorado Springs. But you know, to be able to leverage that and say, hey, you know, she's doing a great information night, just jump on for 20 minutes. And then when you get done, if that won't work, oh, we got another one at, you know, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time where my great friend Krista Taylor is doing an amazing, you know, to have that choice for all of us to be able to invite people to if it doesn't fit timelines is awesome. So don't worry about if it's on the same night as somebody else. If we're out there flooding this internet market, flooding the airwave, people are going to join us. Trust me.
Yeah. And, you know, I follow a lot of different business leaders and everybody is saying at this time, just try it. Do something that's going to serve your customers and your teammates. That's what the advice is from business leaders, like in and outside of network marketing, but everything is about serving your customers, serving your teammates, serving your employees, that kind of idea. So creating these opportunities, one of the people that I listen to a lot was saying today, try it. It might not work, but better to try something that doesn't work than sit there and do nothing, right? Everybody, as Paul said, and Terry said, everybody is sitting at home. They're scrolling through Facebook anyways, right? And if you're not on Facebook, your own website has testimonials, right? Send them, email them the link, text them the link, whatever platform is going to work for you. But try stuff and see what happens. Some things will work, some won't, but try it.
What we're trying to do is educate the world out there. We don't want to be salesy.
No.
We want to educate the world that we have something that could impact their life or somebody they know. We have things that deal with pain issues, balance, strength, stress, anxiety, you name it, drug-free, affordable. And so we got to share it. We got to add value to people's lives. We don't want to be salesy. We just want to add value and have the ability to impact other people's lives. That's powerful, and doing it with empathy, understanding where people are at. But I think it's a great start for all of us. We may tweak it as we go. We don't know how long this pandemic or how long we're going to be locked down for, but we can't sit idle and be sitting here going gloom, despair, and agony on me. We can't. We have to jump up, put our big boy pants and our big lady pants on, and let's get at it and do what we can and help each other, link arms. And kudos to Zia, kudos to Bonnie, and anybody else that's gone on and done lives for the first time. It's not always easy, but it gets easier, trust me. These calls get easier, and anybody that's done Zoom calls, Carla, Joanne does lots of lives. Joanne is always on there doing lives, and so it's always good to see people getting out of their comfort zone and adding value and impacting people's lives by doing your vote. And the thing is, you never ever know who you're impacting. And you got to just keep being consistent and professional. And we're here to do what we can to help you guys. And so by helping you guys, we're helping all of us. So any more questions? Just let me check here, Krista. I don't think there's any more questions.
Remember, what you focus on grows.
Absolutely.
So turn the
And stay
TV off.
stay 6 of these away from each other.
Yeah. And make sure you're always wearing your sleeve.
Yeah.
All right. Look at all the sleeve holders up there.
Oh, do that again. I want to do a screenshot.
Yeah.
Put your sleeves up. Everybody put your sleeve up to the screen. You got a screenshot of that, Krista?
Nice. Yes. Yes.
Perfect.
That's great.
Great. So on behalf of the field, on behalf of everybody here, I'd like to thank you guys for all showing up tonight. Thank you, Paul and Krista, for everything you've done. and all the other leaders here that are far too many to mention. We had over 100 people on this call tonight, so just awesome. The recording will be up. You can share it with your teams and start planning for next Monday night. We may be reaching out to you to tell your testimonial, so make sure you practice it, get it under the 3-minute mark, and we'll all work together to improve people's lives and therefore improving our own. Sound good?
Amazing.
Great, guys. Thanks. Have a great night. Be safe out there. I'm just going to unmute everybody. Just see here. Hey, you're all muted. Good night, everyone.
Good night. 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 Thank you.
Hey, Norm.
Diane.
Good night, everyone.
I heard a
Take
mom.
care. I know.
It says leave, but I can't. It says leave, but oh, leave meeting.
One of my friends, Kim, was